Stick a move in the ring. You can hit me with the words you fling.
Joining right now is I guess the power couple for Rizin Fighting Federation, Miyuu and Kyle. Thank you so much for the time. I know you guys are sitting in quarantine. How are you enjoying that time alone together in a hotel?
Oh, actually, we're at my dad's place.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's so Japanese. Look at this.
Oh, yeah. So, is it your guys' first quarantine, like entering the country, or have you guys done quarantines before?
No, we've done one in
Guam.
Guam. But it was kind of worse because it was we were required to stay in the hotel for the whole time. This time we're actually able to quarantine at her place, so we can actually walk outside and work out outside. But in the hotel is a little worse because you're stuck in that room for what was it, 10 days the last time?
Yes, 10 days.
So now we got to just stay here in quarantine for 14 days here.
All right, so not too bad.
Yeah.
Not too bad. Now, the big question is, you guys are, well, Kyle, he's not Japanese, so a lot of people are wondering, like, with fighters coming into Japan, was it difficult for you guys to get into the country?
Well, Rizin got us a visa, so it's not.
Yeah, it wasn't that difficult. It's not as easy as how it was before, but they were able to get us like a working visa, so that's how we're able to enter the country. But we had to take a COVID test like prior to leaving Guam, like 72 hours. Then when we get into Japan, we take another COVID test. And then there's just a bunch of paperwork now when you're entering because, they're not letting in any tourists. You got to be like on some type of visa before you actually can enter the country. So it wasn't that bad, but it's not as easy as how it was before. Times are crazy now, so everything's a lot more difficult.
Yeah, with times being so crazy, were you guys pretty much in Guam the whole time after your fight, Kyle?
After my fight?
Yes.
Yeah, we were in Guam the whole time. Actually, no, we went to New York.
Oh, yeah, in New York.
So we were actually
for honeymoon.
We went on our honeymoon in New York about maybe a couple months ago, about 2 months ago. So we were able to check that place out for a little bit. So that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was
congratulations. Congratulations on everything. And it's pretty crazy that you guys get married and now you guys are fighting together on the same night.
I know. Yeah. So he has to fight in a corner me. busy day.
Yeah, definitely. Now, well, besides getting married and what comes with that, how has the 2020 been for you guys on the island of Guam? Because I've heard many things. There has been like lockdowns from time to time and a lot of restrictions, right? So what has life been for you?
And the governor's been trying to keep us safe, so it's been up and down, man. But I believe they're doing the best they can to keep the cases down. But for the most part, it's been pretty rough. A bunch of the businesses are for sure struggling. The cases were going up, but now it's kind of going down a lot. So we had 2 actual lockdowns, but it seems like we're doing pretty good now. The cases are going down like a lot more. So hopefully when we're done with this quarantine, we wouldn't have to go back home and quarantine again for another 6 days. So we're hoping that they release that restriction.
Do you guys feel like that's kind of some extra stress on you? Fighting is stress in itself, but all of this other stuff.
Oh no, yeah, for sure. But we always try to make the best of our time, so it's whatever, they can always put us in a room and lock us down, but it's what we do with it when we're there at the moment, right? So we always try to make the best of everything when we do have it. So we were locked down the last time for 10 days? But we were pretty active when we're in the hotel, like doing something different every single day, just trying to make the time go by a lot faster and a little more productive.
Miyuu, the last time we saw you fight was a year ago on New Year's Eve. So it's been a year, and I'm pretty sure a lot of people are curious on like your development throughout that time. Were there any particular parts of your game you focused on throughout the whole year?
So I've been focusing a lot of techniques because like last year I fought how many times I fought? Like
3 times.
3 times, and the year before I feel like I keep fighting, so I have to focus on every opponent. So training is always focus on my opponent. But during the quarantine, I didn't have fight, so I can more focus on like what do I need to for the like a level up. Yeah, so it was good. It was I learned a lot of techniques and I could train different way. So I think it's my MMA skills got a little better.
What exactly, you know, were you
Exactly.
focusing on? Yeah, could you give us a little details into it?
Like groundwork, like grappling and
Boxing.
and boxing. Yeah.
Okay, so you're working on your hand speed, some knockout power.
And combinations. Yeah. Boxing is my favorite. Actually, boxing is my favorite. Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
and then wrestling too. Yeah.
Of course, of course, of course. Now, a few months back, the news broke that Saitama, she vacated the title and left Rizin. You know, as a competitor, were you kind of disappointed?
No, not disappointed. I mean, like I was sad that she left because I wanted to fight, not fight one more time for a belt, but the fighter has the right to go, where they want to go. So she wanted to go the other organization. So yeah, I understand, and I'll be happy if she, success the other organization. That will be make us like better, and then yeah. So I don't know how to explain.
Okay.
Yeah,
you explained it well. It sounds
yeah.
good.
Thank you.
So,
Yeah.
when they called you up, Rizin, and they offered you this fight for the title, what was your reaction to the news?
I kind of had a feeling because champion left and it's empty, and then Hamasaki is number one, and then I'm number two, right? No?
Yeah.
Was it number two?
One.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm number two. So yeah, number one against number two. It's kind of, I had a feeling.
So what do you think about Hamasaki? When you look at her, what comes to your mind?
She had a lot of experience, and she's one of the pioneers, and I really respect her. She's all rounder. She's grappling is good and striking is good, plus a lot of experience. So yeah, she's a good fighter.
Now, when you get an opponent, what is the process you take to prepare for that opponent? Are you a type of fighter that watches film? And this is a question for you, Kyle, too. Do you watch film? Do you formulate a game plan, or are you guys just the type to have a camp, just get ready for everything and go in there and fight?
For me personally, I take whatever I do because I coach her too, so I take the same approach. I like watching film. For me, I don't personally like watching like my opponents, but if I'm coaching for her, I like watching a lot of film. That way I can dissect them and see what they like to do. Me, I like just looking at just to see how they fight, but I don't get too in like detail like how I study for her opponents. I don't know. I guess the more I just got to see what they're good at and what they like to do and their habits, and then I'll work around that.
Yeah, I'm just listen to what you say, like what to do, and yeah, because I trust him like 100%.
Yeah, then I rather like send video to like some of my sparring partners and say, hey, this is the guy I'm fighting. Then I'll have them dissect it instead of me. Then they'll give me advice like, hey, you should try doing this. This is what he likes to do. You can probably capitalize on that. So,
who have you guys been sparring with at in Guam? Like, have you been your closest sparring partners for this camp?
I don't really have training right now because it's lockdown. But
in Guam, she had a guy named Jesse Tysono. He used to fight in Shuto, yeah, for like 125. So that's been her main training partner. And we're all training at Spike 22. I got Frank Camacho, Trevin Jones, Oki Martinez. Those have been like the main guys, and we've been doing like wrestling at a wrestling gym over at Guam. So they've been helping us out pretty well. What's it for? Ocean, yeah.
How is it being in that resurgence of Guam though? Right now, it's like you got Roki in the UFC, Frank, Trevin in the UFC. You guys are fighting for Rizin. I'm pretty sure I'm missing some people, but I've been following you guys for probably the last 5 or so years, the island and the fighters, and you guys seem to be fighting at the top promotions now. Everybody.
Yeah, and then also John Tuck too as well.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, it's been good, man. There's a bunch of good guys on the island, and it's just getting together and working out together and just sharing the knowledge is only gonna make us get better. So, and it's a privilege just being amongst those guys, other great, high level profile fighters, and just making each other better. So it's pretty cool.
Now, Kyle, with your opponent Kleber, give me your thoughts on him and his style.
And he's so when I first got the call, it's like what 3 weeks notice when they gave me the call last week. Luckily I was still training, so I'm always active. But just watching him, he looks like he's really experienced. I didn't know he had that many wins. He's like 25-5, so super experienced guy. My thoughts, he's game, man. He has world class jiu-jitsu. He's a decent striker. For sure, it's going to be a tough fight, but I am comfortable on the ground as well. I'm a good grappler. I feel like I'm good all around, and I feel like I can give him some problems if we do meet at the ring, or when we do.
You've been fighting for a while too, and has the motivation changed throughout the years for you, or has it been the same?
No, it's the mindset is what's been different, man. Like I'm forever always learning. This sport's a ever growing sport, and there's still a bunch of things that I'm learning about myself walking into the fight. The biggest thing for me is just not having the what if moments. Like for me, that's one of my biggest things that I need to work on is giving it everything instead of thinking it is just like a sport. So I gotta bring that. People say bring that cowboy out of you. Mm-hmm. So coming into this next fight, they say hesitation is death. So I'm trying not to hesitate and leave it all on the line. The last performance, I was kind of a little gun shy and kind of got cracked early and kind of played a slow pace. This fight, I'm going to try and start a little stronger.
All right. Well, then how do you see this fight playing out? Do you see it playing out on the ground, or do you feel like you could take him out on the feet real quick?
I'm comfortable either way, but if it goes to the ground, it's gonna go down there. It's gonna be good scrambles. I believe in my jiu-jitsu. I have good jiu-jitsu too, but then also I feel that I'm a better striker than he is. So I'll just play it to my advantage. However it feels, I'm not scared to make those exchanges on the ground if it does go down there.
Do you feel like if you get this win, it'd probably be like one of the biggest wins of your career?
Right?
No, I don't think so. I think I fought with guys that were in UFC or in the UFC or in big promotions. I don't think it would have been. I feel like I fought tougher opponents than him.
Okay.
I feel like Azerbaijan.
Yeah.
Was a lot tougher. That I had Kiyomi, Matsushima, I had Michinori Tanaka.
Yeah.
Those guys are really tough guys too as well, and Rolando D was also UFC as well. So I don't think it's the biggest win that I will have.
All right. Now with Miyuu, a lot of analysts they break down this fight, and they'll say, okay, your best path to victory would be you to utilize your wrestling, use heavy control, and beat her up on the ground. Do you feel that is accurate?
Yeah, for sure that's accurate. But she has, her striking has developed so much more. She has so much power in her hands, and I feel that she's as well same as me, comfortable in both areas.
Because you haven't had a finish yet in your career. So it almost feels like we haven't seen the best of you yet, and that's what everybody's wondering now coming into this fight is you're facing one of the best women to ever fight, and you still haven't shown your best yet. Could it happen in this fight? That's the question.
Yes, that's what I'm hoping. and that's what I'm gonna do. Yeah, so this fight I have to give like everything, everything out, because she's, I know she's like a better fighter, but I have a big chance too, and I have to go 100%. I have to go hard. If I go like half-ass, that would be like a disrespect. So I would just go hard. Yeah, I'm so excited. I can see, and everyone can see best of me for sure.
Winning the Rizin super atomweight title, what will that mean to you?
Title, I don't.
Or is it not about the title? It's just about beating the best.
Yes, that's more. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, beating the best, and then maybe titles come after.
Because you have accomplishments, you have accolades. You know what I mean? So would it compare any different from any of your other accolades, like any of the other things that you have accomplished?
Does it compare to like your gold medals? Or...
It's just a different, but yeah, every time I won the worlds or get a gold medal, so happy, but it's only that day. Next day, like I know gold medals means a lot to me, but it's like one of my collection or past already. It's my history, so I always go for like a next one. Looking at the next target or next tournament or worlds. So this one, I think this one too. I just want to beat the best, and then the belt to come with it, and I'll be so happy in there. I know I'm gonna show off, but yeah.
With you, Kyle, like, are you looking at that title? Are you looking at those kind of accolades at Rizin, or are you just focused on this opponent now, or do you have long-term goals?
For sure I have long-term goals, but right now I'm just trying to focus on the task at hand. I mean, I'm coming off a 2-fight losing streak that kind of hurts the soul a little bit. So right now I'm just more focused on my opponent right now. The fight was 3 weeks notice, and just trying to dial in and be fight ready and fight focused.
How many more days you guys have in the house until you guys go walk out and just be completely free?
Till 29th?
Yeah, we have shoots 12 more days. About.
Wow, so
we're here for
the weight cut is kind of in isolation then there, most likely, right?
We're kind of light though, so I don't think the weight's going to be that bad. So
never had a problem, so
yeah, it seems like either of you never have any problems. So yeah, great speaking with you guys. Good luck this New Year's Eve, and enjoy your time, and enjoy the honeymoon. You're still on it.
Hey, I know, and there's like our second honeymoon. Yeah.
Take a move in the ring. You can hit me with a word you fling.